Hi and good morning everybody and welcome to my desk. So, random weird thought of the day because we've all been talking about sustainability and lowering costs and just sort of getting back to basics, right? That's what we want, Gen X. We want life to be simple and not so expensive and to keep that chain off our children and our grandchildren's neck. So, I just been doing some thinking from a construction standpoint, being that I'm a carpenter and a GC here in Winnipeg, and I was thinking, and this goes out to you engineers out there and you electrical engineers and all of you guys out there that have been throwing hydro up everywhere. Rather than when we build an apartment building or any building, rather than outfitting it for Manitoba Hydro or any hydro conglomerate that feeds into the grid, why aren't we utilizing solar power more? Sincerely, I'd like to know. I was looking online and I was researching roughly the average that a family would use, a family of three in a household, and oddly enough, you can purchase a solar energy complete system to run through your house off of Amazon. Yeah, they got everything, right? And it's like $3,000 Canadian. For $3,000 Canadian, you can eliminate hydro from your home. Use the backup energy, store it. There's batteries that do that. They're lithium. And then you can either utilize that power when the sun's rays aren't as high, or you can sell it back to the grid. See what I'm saying? Now, if we were to do this in an apartment building, my thought on the subject is, and again, you builders out there, you engineers, come to the table and let me know what you think of this. We already build roofs with the capability of heavy mechanicals. We do that structurally all the time. Usually big steel beams go up and we get them in place, and you can drop your mechanicals on any roof. Here in the city, it's like that all over the place. We got huge ductworks and big things on top of our buildings that help feed air and keep things circulating and everything like that. But what if we utilize some of that space, or what if we made an area for space on our buildings as we're building them that allow our units and our apartment buildings to be solar efficient and run completely on solar power with extra backup batteries that will harness, so that if, again, there's a light sun day and you're not collecting as many of those UV rays as you would like, you have that backup generator and those backup power options. You're not reliant on the grid system anymore, which means you can lower the cost of the rent in your building because you're not feeding Manitoba Hydro and then trying to rape your tenants for that money. You might even be able to do something along the lines of set it up so that instead of each tenant hooking up to Manitoba Hydro, they have the option of hooking up to solar and staying off the grid. Because not everybody wants to pay Manitoba Hydro or a higher hydro conglomerate for their power. Because, let's be real. Let's take a look at it from an economic standpoint, okay? If you are hooked up to a hydro system in a city, which 99.9% of us are, okay, especially if you live in an apartment, you don't have an option. You when you sign your lease, you move into an apartment, they tell you, hey, hydro is X amount of dollars a month, either inclusive with your rent, or you got to hook it up and you pay your bill every month. Okay. In 3 months, if you've lost your job and you are unable to pay that bill, Manitoba Hydro cuts you off. Especially if it's during the summer months. If it's during the winter months, by law, they can't, because you'll freeze. It's a health thing. Or they'll trickle just enough power into your home to keep your appliances running that are necessary, like your fridge and your stove, so you can eat and keep your food cold, but that's essentially it. Like, you won't get any excess, and this is the thing. Who gave them the right What, you think you dropped a dam and threw up some turbines and fished out some lines, and now you have the right to tell all citizens how much power they're entitled to and how much they have to pay, and you're constantly arguing amongst yourselves. You go on strike, you cause horse hooey throughout our cities. I'm done. I'm over it. I don't know about you guys, but I think we should take the power of power back. And if solar is the way to do it, why aren't we doing it? I think a lot of it has to do with the fear of change, and I'm just going to say, guys, do your research, look online, find the best places, talk to some electricians, electrical engineers. If you're out there and you're hearing this, jump on board. I want to know what your opinion is. Can you help us out? Can we become solar efficient? Can we become to a point where we don't have to rely on Big Brother for our power anymore? Because just like our food supply, they're trying to choke us with it, okay? So I'm done. Anything that feeds the big conglomerates, I'm done. I'm over it. Not doing it anymore. Sorry. Hydro, no. Anything like that, no. Because you don't work. You really don't. You're designed to keep people at your beck and call and under your boot. And I don't believe in anything that keeps people under your boot. So, unfortunately, to, those big guys out there, and I'm sorry if this ruffles a few feathers, but in all honesty, I think it's time we look at these other options. By the way, also, if you wanted to, for your cooling and heating, there's thermal out there, so take a look at that as well. And hey, peeps, let's do our research. Let's keep this chain going, and let's get a conversation going. Electrical engineers, come on out and tell me what you think. I really want to know. And hey, building builders, you looking to go solar? Maybe you want to sell some of your power back to the big grid for the rest of them that want to stay there. Sheep, meh. Right? So that's an option too. I mean, if you want to take solar into your building and put it in batteries and sell it back to them, hey, I think that's a great flip, and maybe it'll lower the cost of rent and help with sustainable energy over the long run. I really like that idea. I don't know. Tell me what you think, everybody. Until next time, everybody, thanks so much for joining in. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like if you haven't already. And thank you so much to everybody for the amazing support that I've been getting to this point. And don't forget to stay tuned. There's more to come for energy efficient. And hey, let's take the power back. Gen X strong.